More than 30 years ago, Colette Roberts and her family moved to Columbia, Maryland, drawn to the inclusive community.
Howard County was integrated. I think people were very friendly and close, and neighborhoods built up, and a lot more farmland, but just a really unique place to live. And I just really loved the concept when we came here.
While she and her husband created a supportive and loving home for their 4 children, her second daughter was still hesitant to come out to her parents.
We're an interracial, liberal couple. We were shocked that she hadn't said anything. So I went over to her one afternoon and I said, we know. And she burst into tears and said, I'm so glad. I said, why didn't you tell us? She said, well, she had met someone at college who had been thrown out of her home. And she said it made her scared. Even though she didn't think we would do anything to her, it really upset her to know the parents would do that. I have 4 kids a year apart, and they were all raised to know that they could do something for society, okay, and that they were going to be treated fairly everywhere they went. Then I come to find out they're not. And I think that really got to me as a mom. I just said, no, this is not working. This is not good. And we have to change, make some changes and make things better.
She and her husband sought support from the Baltimore chapter of PFLAG, an organization for family and allies of lesbian, gay, transgender, and queer youth.
And so someone suggested I start a meeting closer than Baltimore, and so I said, let's do one in Columbia. And the Unitarian Universalist Church said, we'd be happy to have you meet there.
With a meeting location identified, Colette founded the Howard County chapter of PFLAG in 1995, supporting family, allies, and young people in the community.
So many young people started to come to the meetings, and I thought there's a need for these kids to come. And so we started a Rainbow Youth and Allies group, and our youth group is still blossoming and growing. And we have a parents group, we have a transgender parents group, we have a parents group for kids who are trans, we have the youth group. So I mean, it's plus our general support group where we have meetings of interest to people, what's going on in society that we need to talk about. Society needed to be more accepting and more open and loving. And so we listened to the tears and we had support groups. And then after that, I encouraged them to go out and lobby. Let's actually go to Annapolis. Let's talk to our legislators, including legislators who wouldn't even acknowledge we were there. Some of them locked their doors. They wouldn't talk to us. And I mean, I had parents who had been crying who are now banging on doors saying, I need to discuss this, which was, really amazing. I was so proud of them. And eventually we just started getting more and more bills passed, including equal marriage, which, I'm really proud that it happened in Maryland. I think that's wonderful.
For promoting equality and ending discrimination, Colette was named a 2015 inductee into the Howard County Women's Hall of Fame. She joins a proud roster of current and former Howard Community College employees who have received this prestigious award.
I was chosen, and I felt, to be with a judge and, the head of grassroots, this was such an honor. I was just so flattered. I really was. It felt very good because I love this community. And I just think that it's just getting better and better for people.
Colette stepped away from active involvement in PFLAG several years ago, and yet she still has a vision for its future.
I'd almost like to see us eliminated, that there be no need, that it becomes strictly a social group, because it's just the best group of people. Really, really. I've made such good friends, and everybody's wonderful. And so I'd love to just see it eventually not have the need to have moms and dads come in and cry. I think that, let's be done with that. Let's move on. I'm not blaming the parents who are upset, but I want them to learn that their kids are okay. Their kids are great, in fact, and that's what we need to look at, and to not have a chapter where that need is so strong.
Colette remains proud of what PFLAG has accomplished and how it continues to help Howard County families.